Hi everybody, welcome to episode 10 of Coffee and Crafting. I'm so excited to have you here. My name is Elizabeth and I'm with Country Peony, and Country Peony is a DIY and craft blog that focuses on simple, inexpensive, and fun and colorful crafts and spaces. And so on today's episode of Coffee and Crafting, we're actually going to do something a little different. We are going to be previewing my beautiful vintage quilt jacket collection that is coming out tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time over on my Etsy page. And so if you have any questions, don't worry. In the description below, I put a link to the blog post that highlights every single jacket that's going to be available, as well as the link to my Etsy page if you want to grab your own jacket. But I would love to answer any questions you have today. I'm so excited that you're here. It's a really exciting week for me. These jacket launches, I work with Christina of Ollie and Mags. She is an incredible seamstress. And so this whole collection takes about 7 months to create. Actually longer, probably about a year. I've been collecting these quilts for about a year, and then I hand them over to her, and then she does her magic and turns them into these incredible jackets. So today I thought it'd be fun, instead of doing a craft, we can preview the collection. So I'm going to show you each jacket. I'm going to show you the details. But again, if you want to look in the description below, you can see I wrote a blog post last week or yesterday about it, highlighting every single jacket. So I wanted to start off talking about the story behind the jackets. So I am a thrifter at heart. I love to go to estate sales, to go to Round Top Texas Antiques Week, which is happening right now. And I love to go to garage sales and find items that had life before, and I want to give them life again. And so I saw a lot of cutter quilts. For instance, like this one. This one was really tattered. It had a lot of holes in it that really were on their last leg. And so I really wanted to bring them back to life. I'm not a quilter, but my mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmothers all were. And so I really wanted to honor the original makers. And so I enlisted the help of my very talented friend, Christina with Ollie and Mags. And we worked on 2 really fun designs. And then I sent them off to her, and here you have it. So this is the 4th collection. I also have all the details about the original collaboration and then the other collections if you want to check them out. But this specific collection has 22 different quilt jackets for you. It's going to be available tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, October 24th, over on my Etsy page. So I'm really, really excited. And let me talk about price points. So the only thing I didn't include in the blog post was the price points. Some of you have been asking about them. So these jackets are going to be anywhere from $295 to $345. That does not include, it doesn't include shipping. So I cover shipping. So you don't have to worry about that. So that's the price that you will pay with tax, added tax. And so, again, all that will be on the Etsy listing, so you can see. I also do 100% money back guarantee. If you're not in love with your jacket, I really want you to love your jacket. I almost look at this as wearable art. I've got a couple that I've kept from each collection, and honestly, I wear them for very special occasions, but then I also like to have them, sitting out here because they're so, so beautiful. So the goal is for you to love these jackets, for you to carry on the original maker's love and handiwork that he or she put into these incredible quilts. So we will get started. I've got 2 styles for you. The first is the Elizabeth, excuse that hanger. The Elizabeth is a little bit more feminine. So we named, when we were making this collection, I'm gonna put this down a little bit. We did one for the Elizabeth, for me, and then Christina. And that kind of went with our styles. This is a little bit more feminine, a little bit more structured. They all have this stunning Liberty fabric collar, which is my favorite. And each jacket also contains these beautiful vintage hankies with our tag on it. But this is a little bit more structured, the Elizabeth. And so you can look at the dimensions on the blog post for each jacket. But this is the first style. And then the second style, which is called the Christina. And that is kind of more of a boho oversized fit. It is so, so cute. This is named after Christina, the Ollie and Mags, the ones who actually takes my quilts and turns them into these stunning quilt jackets. So as you can see, each of these jackets has a vintage hanky on them that was also thrifted. And then we added the name of the jacket, the size of it, as well as all your special items on your tag. So those are the two different styles we've got. And then in the sizes we've got, in the Elizabeth, we've got small, medium, and large. And I've got the dimensions on the blog post if you want to check that out. And then for Christina, we have small to medium, medium to large, large to extra large. And then this year we've got an extra large to 2X. So I'm really excited to offer the 2X. It's beautiful. It's actually one of my favorites. It's actually this one. I think the colors on here are stunning. So that is our two different styles. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to read and answer them as we go along. So now I'm going to go through every single jacket and I'm just going to tell you what I like about each jacket. Okay, so the first style we're going to go with is the Elizabeth, and these are the smalls. This is the feed sack. I call it the pretty feed sack because it is so thin. And this is honestly, I love this style, this really delicate and dainty pastel feed sack. This has got a really beautiful square pattern on it throughout, as you can see. And what Christina does really well is she takes the original quilt and continues to tell its story. So she used the pocket placement and really tied it in beautifully with the original pattern. And if you see just the special details, there's also the quilt pattern behind there. And this has a really sweet tag and hanky attached to it. And as you can see, it's got a little wear and tear, and we like to keep those elements because it does showcase that it was a true cutter quilt, meaning it really was on its last leg. We're saving these quilts, and I think that adds to its charm, honestly. Okay, so the next one is going to be this is a size small. These are all the smalls. And this one is another fan favorite. This is a fan favorite because look at these colors. This is stunning. This is the log cabin. This is a small as well. It is so soft. If you could feel the texture on this vintage quilt. This also has some tattering, as you can see, but I think it adds to its charm. It really doesn't take away from the quality of the jacket. Again, it's got this beautiful Liberty fabric collar here and a really sweet vintage hanky that is cross-stitched. And I just love this one too because the colors on it are amazing. We took a lot of photos in this particular jacket because it photographs really well, the colors really stand out, and it's just such a pristine pattern and just such a classic quilt pattern. And then you can see the pockets really play into the log cabin look. So this one's really fun. This is the log cabin Elizabeth size small. And then we're gonna do the next, it's another size small. I'm gonna put these here to make it easier. Okay, the next one, this one's really special because talk about a patchwork. I love finding quilts like this where they were made out of necessity and you really used what you had on hand. So this one has such a variety on it. This is a small as well. It's also got a really fun hanky, and I'm calling this the triangular tied quilt because it's also got the tied details on here, which I love, the hand tied details. This one is really fun because as we were deconstructing it, we noticed that the inside, the batting was like an old wool. And so it's really old, it's really warm, and it's really thick. And I just think it's really sweet. This one had a pretty large hole here. So Christina worked her magic and put a charming heart. That's kind of our signature. She puts a charming heart in some of those spots to really add to its charm and detail. So this is a triangular tied small in the Elizabeth. Okay, so next we're moving on to the medium Elizabeth. So I'm an 8'10" normally, so the mediums is what I normally wear. I can wear all the smalls, but the mediums I'm way more comfortable in. The first one we're gonna showcase is this teal pinwheel pattern. It is so cute. It is so colorful. This is another one that photographs really, really well. This one's in really great shape. There's minimal tearing, but there is some staining from wear. Honestly, as I said, all of these are cutter quilts, so the fact that they're gonna have something on them just really adds to their story, I think. They were truly loved at one time, and so we're just bringing them back to life so they can be loved again. Another fun thing about this one, it's got a really fun pattern on the inside as well, and it's really thick and warm. And so we also do the Liberty collar on these. And so the next one we are gonna do, this is probably my favorite of the entire collection. I am obsessed with the colors on this one. I'm calling this a bow tie, which honestly, I don't know if it's exactly a bow tie. I searched and searched and searched. So if you do know what this is called, please let me know. But we're gonna go with it. This is feed sack fabric. It's beautiful, the colors, the different patterns. That's one thing I love about these quilts is they used the fabric that they had on hand, and a lot of times the story just worked out. This one is so incredibly soft. The colors are beautiful. It's got a great pocket down here, and I just really love this one. And like I said, I really want to keep this one for myself, but I think somebody else should enjoy it. So this is I'm calling it the colorful feed sack bow tie. This is a size medium in the Elizabeth. This is another fan favorite. This is the blue wedding ring quilt. It is a fan favorite because look at this. I mean, it is just gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It's in such great shape. It's very worn. You can feel it's super soft. And one thing that makes this one so special is this incredible maker mark on the side. It says, I think it says Wani LaFiles, 1983. I'm not positive, but Christina did a beautiful job of matching up that pattern. And again, really highlighting and honoring the original quilter's embroidered maker's mark. And so this is one that's getting a lot of fun attention because it's just super classic and it can go with a lot of different things. And it's actually in really, really good shape. There's a little bit of tearing here. As you can see, minimal tearing, but overall it's in really good shape. Okay, and then this one is probably one of the softest of the collection. I really love this one too. This is your curved edge Dresden plate. This is a medium in the Elizabeth. I love it because it is so soft. If you could feel how soft this was, and I love the interior of it. These Dresden plates are super cute with the black hand stitching. I mean, you can just tell that these quilts really have such a story. There was so much love put into these quilts and they make me so, so happy. So this one is in really good shape as well. This one's getting a lot of love too because it's just such a fun pattern and the colors are so fun and so vibrant. Okay, so now on to the larges in the Elizabeth. This is another curved Dresden plate, and I'm calling this like a petite Dresden or mini. But look how fun that is. I love the Papa Yellow. I love the primary colors that were used on these. This one is in incredible condition for being a cutter quilt. It's also very cozy, very soft. You can see, other than a couple holes that were on it originally, that they really did try to take good care of this one. The hand stitching's impeccable on it. And then there's a couple of staining like this, but overall it's in really good shape. And I love the vintage hanky that Christina paired with this one. And then also how she had a pocket for each. And with this one, how cute. So you've got the pocket, and then the inside of the pocket is, as you can see, another miniature Dresden on the inside. Isn't that adorable? So this is a really fun statement quilt jacket as well. Okay, So now, I mean, I say all of these are my favorite because they are. This one is amazing. This is a large Elizabeth. I am obsessed with this graphic detail, the circles, and not only that, the fabric that's in between the circles is so, so good. I'm calling this the red circle, vibrant red circle quilt jacket. Again, this is the Elizabeth in the large. I love all the fabric on here and the fabric choices that the original maker used. This one is substantially thick and heavy. It will keep you very warm and cozy in the winter months. And I love this one because of the way that she matched up these circles on here with the seam. So it's beautiful. This is another one of my favorites. Okay, and then we've got a very classic blue. I love this blue. I'm calling it Beautiful Blue Square. Again, very traditional square. And the fabric choices that were used on here are really good as well. This is in great shape. It's got a little bit of staining on the inside, as you can see. We've got some marks in here. Those are just stains. And when I pre-treat, the way that I clean these is I hand wash every single one of them. I let them dry out in the sun so they are sanitized when you wash them. They're also drying out on the sun, so they're also sanitized that way. And it's a whole process, but you've really got to take care of these quilts because they have so much love and so much story in them. So this is called the Beautiful Blue Square. And another fun detail about this one that I noticed when I was picking it up is these stitches are pink. I don't know if that's reading through here, but look how cool that is. I thought that was really neat. So this is a large Christina, and this is the last, large Elizabeth. This is the last Elizabeth we've got. Now on to Christina's. Okay, so the first small Christina I'm gonna highlight. So when we do the labels for these are small, but you could also be medium because these are very oversized, which makes them very forgiving if you're gifting this to like a friend or you're wanting to know for yourself. I'm normally a medium, but I can fit very comfortably in these. They're very cute. So this one's very special. This is the antique muted patchwork. And this one's so special because do you see how faded this fabric is? This quilt is so old. This came to me, and I mean, it is so, so old, but I think that's what makes it so, so special. It's still very soft, and the colors, I mean, that staining, I cleaned it several times, and it's just how it is. And so, but I think it's beautiful, and I love that we brought this one back to life because I do feel like the next owner, they would not have given it so much love. But it is tattered. So this is a very tattered one. So if you want something more tattered, a true cutter quilt, this is definitely yours. It is so cute. And I love how muted the colors are from age. It really is beautiful. And all of the unique fabric that they used in the original quilt. So the next one is another very old quilt. You can tell it's very tattered. But this is the Carpenter Star. I love this pattern. It's very unique. We've got the star in the middle and then the star on the side. You can see this one is very tattered. So this is another really true cutter quilt. But I love the colors on this one as well. This can pair with a lot of things. And I love how the stars match up when you have it on. All of these have pockets here. And it just really shows the beautiful, beautiful fabric that, that was originally used and all the fun details. Okay, the next one, this is a fan favorite. I feel like all the wedding ring quilts are fan favorites just because they're fun, such a fun statement, and it's a very common pattern. So this one is a little bit heavier, it's a little bit longer. This is the pink wedding ring quilt. It's in great shape. It's got some tatters, as you can see in some of those quilted squares, but for a cutter quilt, it's in really great shape. And one thing I love about these wedding ring quilts is they've got this beautiful scallop detail on the side, and on the bottom, as you can see. But the colors are, this one are really fun too. Very muted, very, very sweet. And this is the small in the Christina. Okay, this one is another really fun one. It's a bit heavier because this one also has a wool blanket on the inside. It is so cool. This I'm calling the patchwork. Look at all of those fun colors. I love this one. It is a little bit thicker. Again, this is a small Christina, but it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love looking at these fabric choices because I love trying to think what the original maker was thinking when they were putting this together. But this one is so fun, and it would go with a lot of different things. And I also love the vintage hanky that Christina paired with this one, so really cute. So again, this is a small Christina. It is very heavy. It's in really great shape for its age. Okay, now we're moving on to the medium Christinas. This is another one that's very old. It's also very thick. This is the square with the ties. I love this one because it's so graphic. You can see the squares really give it a nice, fun, modern feel. It's a really cool quilt, and I love that Christina was able to turn it into this really beautiful jacket. This one also has a really fun vintage hanky as well. And the ties and just the variety of fabric choices on here are really fun. So from age, and I have this in the description, but from age, there is some bleaching down here, so some discoloring. I promise these are all clean. I did hand wash all of them multiple times, but sometimes you just can't get those stains out, which honestly does make them a cutter quilt, which is the reason we use them for these quilt jackets, so we could give them new life. Okay, this one, everybody loves a Lone Star pattern, and this is a unique Lone Star pattern because there was a massive hole in the middle of this Lone Star. But I love what Christina did with it. She really transformed it and gave it new life. Another really fun thing about this Lone Star Christina is the beautiful pattern play with the fabrics. You've got this really fun blue, and then the interior is this really fun red. And then the backs, you've got these beautiful greens and yellows and pinks in them. This one actually, so I'm based in Texas, and this one is really interesting because I found a Lone Star quilt in New York. I got this at the Chelsea Flea when I was in New York last fall. And I love that it came back to me in Texas, and it is the Lone Star for Texas, and I just think it's beautiful. She did an incredible job with this one. So this is a medium Christina, and this is the Lone Star. Okay, this next one makes me so happy because it's got the colors that make my heart really happy, but we truly saved this one from the landfill. This is the tattered the wedding ring quilt. And you can see it is very tattered, but it is so beautiful, these colors. When I saw this quilt, I knew I had to have it. I mean, look at all of this stunning detail with the scallop around the collar. And then the back, you can see it is very tattered, but these are true cutter quilts. This is probably my most tattered quilt of the entire collection, but I truly think that adds to its charm and makes it so soft and so beautiful. And Christina really worked her magic on this. It's got beautiful pockets, and it's a little bit longer to really accentuate that beautiful detail with the bottom of the scallop. So I love this one. I cannot wait to see who ends up with this one, who loves it just as much as me, and really honors it and honors the original maker. Okay, this one, now we are on to our largest. And this is probably, aside from the log cabin, this is probably the softest quilt. This is, I'm calling it the Country Blue Star. It's got this beautiful country blue, and the yellow just really make it fun and classic and beautiful. This is a large, or it could also be an extra large, so it is oversized, but it just truly, it feels like a warm hug. I love wearing these. They're just so, so cozy. I've got a Christina and an Elizabeth that I keep at home, and I not only love looking at them, but I love wearing them. So this one's really, really soft, truly, and I just love it. I think it could go with a lot of different things, and it's just very sweet, sweet. So this is a large in the Christina, and this is another one that had seen way better days, but I honestly was hooked because of the beautiful pattern and the vibrant coral, which is one of my favorite colors. So here we have the vibrant coral circle dressed in, and I love this one. I love it. It has got such an incredible story. As you can see, the pattern is so beautiful. This one does have some aging on here, but honestly, most of its age comes from the bleaching effect of the coral, which I think that's beautiful. I think that adds to its story. And Christina, there was a hole here, so Christina again worked her magic and added the sweetest, sweetest heart. As I said, that's kind of our signature if there's a hole that we can't fix. But overall, I really love this one too. This color is stunning. I think it'd be beautiful on so many different people. And one thing I wanted to mention, so if the arm length is too long for some of you, all you have to do is roll it up, and it's just beautiful. So this is the Christina in a large. She did a great job with the pocket placement here as well. And this one is so beautiful. And I'm so happy we could save it and continue to tell its beautiful story from the original quilt maker. Okay, moving on. This is a really fun, colorful peach triangle. And this one's in incredible shape. Again, this one's very soft. It's very fluffy. This is a large Christina, but it's got a really fun pattern with really, really fun fabric choices on this one. And I love that the fabric and the pattern go all the way down the collar. And I love the pocket placement on this one as well. It's got a beautiful vintage hanky on it. And this one truly is so, so cozy. Honestly, I wish I could keep all of these, but I would love for you to enjoy them too. And here's another fan favorite because the pattern, I love the pattern on this one. This is the friendship, one of the friendships pattern. I don't know the exact name. I need to pull up my blog post, but I love that pattern. I think it's really fun and unique. I've seen it out in the wild a couple of times, but it's not as common as like your wedding ring and so forth. But something that's really special about this one is I love a good pink and green combo. And look at the interior of this quilt. It is so beautiful. That original fabric that they used is so pretty. And so also the pocket placement on this is really fun. These pockets are oversized too, so it just makes it really cozy and really fun. I liken it to, because my grandmas were both quilters, and so it just feels like a warm hug, like a hug from grandma, basically. And now that both of my grandmas have passed, I mean, anyway, it's just really sweet. I love, love these jackets. So this one's beautiful. And again, this is a large and this one also has a fun detailing on the sleeves as well from the scallops. But this is the last large in the Christina. And then we are moving on to our extra large or 2X in the Christina. I'm really excited to offer you this extra large or 2X. I love, love this quilt pattern. I love the colors. I love that this yellow is a poppier yellow than the muted yellow. It's a fun, it's just a fun, juxtaposition, and it really pops. I love that light blue in there. And this one's very thin. So this one kind of hangs. Let me show you how this one fits. Because like I said, I'm an 8'10", so I normally wear the medium if I were to choose. But this one, so I normally wear a medium, but look how it just hangs on you. If you're worried about sizes and you can always roll up the sleeves, it should be oversized and fun and beautiful. So, I mean, it's just so fun. I love it. And let me show you the back of this one. It's one of my favorites. It's just so, so cool. So, anyway, I love all of these quilted jackets. I hope you find one that you love. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. And again, I do a full 100% money back guarantee. I truly want you to love these quilted jackets. I feel like they're almost heirloom pieces, and they're pieces you can take, you know, you can enjoy them forever, and then you can pass them on. And I'm just also so grateful to all of you for being here, for all of the beautiful support. This is my 4th collection with Christina, and when we thought about this a couple of years ago, I was just so grateful and so happy that she worked with me and we could bring this into the world. And this has honestly been one of my favorite projects to do with Country Peony, because I not only feel like I'm honoring the original quilt makers, but deep down I'm honoring my late grandmothers, who were just incredible quilters. And to know that these stories live on from these quilts that were made out of necessity. Some of them were made through friendship from quilting circles, and some of them were made just by learning. All the beautiful stories, I feel like we can continue to pass those on. So thank you again for joining me. Again, please let me know if you have any questions. And I so look forward to you joining me next Monday, where we will do a craft over on Coffee and Crafting at noon Central Standard Time. Again, these will go live tomorrow on my Etsy shop at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your Monday.